Your oven's beeping. It's flashing an error code you didn't order, and the self-clean either won't start, won't unlock, or quits halfway through. Meanwhile, you're standing there thinking, is this thing even safe to use? Here's the good news. A lot of these weird cross-symptom problems point to one part that's basically the brain of the range, the electronic control board. And replacing it is way more doable than it sounds. You're not soldering microchips, you're doing a careful unplug and swap job. The control board is the traffic controller. It reads the keypad, looks at temperature sensors, watches door lock switches for self-clean, then tells the elements and relays what to do. So when you get a combo of issues like random beeping, multiple error codes, self-clean acting up, temperatures that don't match the setting, buttons that work sometimes, or an oven that starts then quits, the control board moves high on the suspect list. Before we call the control board guilty, we do a couple of fast checks so you don't throw parts at the problem. First, reset it the right way. Flip the range breaker off for a full minute, not a quick toggle. Give the capacitors time to discharge. Then turn it back on. If the error comes right back, especially immediately on power up, that's a strong clue we're dealing with a control issue. Next, look for a pattern. If the error happens when you press certain keys, that can be a keypad issue. If it happens during preheat or when the self-clean tries to lock, that can be sensor or latch related. But when the range is throwing mixed signals, random codes, random beeping, self-clean weirdness, and the reset doesn't help, the board is back in the spotlight. Now, safety-wise, we're working around household voltage, so we're not being brave, we're being smart. Breaker off, confirm the display is off. If the cooktop has indicator lights that stay on, wait until they go out. No power means you can focus on the job. Most ranges put the control board behind the control panel, up top. Sometimes you'll access it from the back with a metal cover. Pull the range out just enough so you can work comfortably. If you've got a power cord, leave it alone because the breaker is already off. If it's hardwired, still breaker off and don't tug on anything. Just give yourself room. Remove the screws holding the back panel or the control housing cover. Set the screws somewhere you won't kick them under the fridge. Once that cover is off, you'll see the board, a flat circuit board with multiple wire harnesses plugged into it. And here's where people usually mess up. They unplug everything at once. Then later, it becomes a puzzle. We're not doing that. Before you touch anything, take a good photo of the board and all the connectors. That photo is your safety net, and it turns uh-oh into no problem. Now, check how the board is mounted. Some use plastic tabs, some use screws, some slide into a frame. Also, look for a protective overlay or control panel bracket that needs to come off first. When you start transferring wires, do it one connector at a time. Unplug the first connector from the old board, then plug that exact connector into the matching spot on the new board. Then move to the next. This method makes it almost impossible to mix things up. A couple of quick tips while you're doing this. Pull on the connector body, not the wires. If there's a locking tab, press it and then pull. If a connector feels stuck, don't pry on the board like you're opening a paint can. Wiggle the connector gently while keeping pressure on the tab. Also, keep an eye out for any brown spots, melted connectors, or loose terminals. If you see heat damage, that's important. A new board won't like a bad connection. If a connector looks cooked or the pins are discolored, you may need to replace or repair that harness end too. But most of the time, it's just a clean swap. Once all the connectors are moved over, mount the new control board the same way the old one came out. Make sure it's seated flat and secure and not flexing. If there's a control board overlay or shield, reinstall it. One common mistake is missing a connector that's tucked behind the board or down low. The range will power up, but something will act strangely, like the door lock not responding or the oven not heating. So before you close it up, do a connector count. If your old board had 10 plugs and your new board has 9, something's still in your hand. Another mistake is pinching a wire harness when reinstalling the cover. That can create a brand new problem. So as the cover goes on, keep wires routed the way they were originally. And if your model uses a separate keypad or touch panel that plugs into the control board, make sure the ribbon connector is fully seated. Those ribbon cables can look connected when they're actually 1 millimeter out. With the cover back on, turn the breaker on. The display should wake up normally. Now, don't just stare at it, test it. Set the clock if it asks. Try bake at a moderate temperature and let it run for a few minutes. You're looking for stable operation. No random beeping, no error codes popping up, and the oven actually heating. For self-cleaning, you don't have to run a full cycle right now. Just start the self-clean mode long enough to see if the door lock sequence begins correctly. Then you can cancel. The point is to verify the control board can command the system without instantly throwing an error. If the exact same error code returns immediately, don't panic. That doesn't mean you did it wrong. It can mean the control board was reacting to another part that's actually out of range, like an oven temperature sensor, a door lock switch, or damaged wiring. But you've still made progress because you've eliminated a major variable, and now you can diagnose with way more confidence instead of guessing. This repair looks intimidating because control board sounds like something only a technician touches, but you just did the real-world version. Safe power off, careful access, photo for reference, one connector at a time swap, and a solid test. That's the kind of skill that saves you a service call, gets your kitchen back, and makes the next repair feel way less scary. If you need the exact control board for your model, AppliancePartsPros.com can help you match it up. And when you're ready, you've already got the process down.